Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, August 29th. I hope that you are all well and that the week has been treating you kindly. I want to let you all know you can see me this Saturday at the Keene Music Festival. It's going to be a great time. I will be at Shadow and Soul Emporium doing card readings for anybody who is interested. And without further ado, today's message is going to come to you courtesy of the Raven's Wand Oracle. I actually had a hard time choosing a deck this morning. I don't know. I just feel like there's something in the air, and I just wasn't particularly feeling it. But this was the one that I resonated with the most this morning after some debate. Me and the cards had to sit and have a chat, and I had to be like, all right, guys, one of you got to do your job today. So yeah. I know, you might think it's a little weird that I talk to the cards. Most card readers will understand that, no, I totally get it, bro. That's how it be like. That's how it be. Alright, without further ado, we have give and take. So understanding that there are times in life where you have a little extra to give, maybe you grew, my peach tree was totally overwhelmed, and I was like, guys, you need to come pick some peaches, right? But I know later on, that give and take is going to be reciprocated. I didn't get cucumbers this year off of my cucumber plant, so I know I can reach out to my friends and be like, hey, you got some cukes for me to add to my salad? And they're going to be like, yeah, of course. So this is a season of give and take, making sure you are being aware of that symbiotic relationship. We then have release. Okay, we really need to release everything that we've been holding on to, specifically when it comes to spirits. A lot of times when somebody in our life passes, we have a hard time on our end letting go, right? Not a lot of us fear death. A lot of us are it's a natural part of the circle of life. It happens. But when you're the one left behind, you have a tendency to hold on to your love. You have a tendency to hold on to the memories. You mourn that person who's no longer there for you in the physical form. It's time to really release all those spirits so that they can move on to the next realm. We need to let go of things that are no longer serving us, of course. It's time, now that the kids are back in school, it's time for us to get into our regular schedules of all right, what time am I going to the gym? All right, let me make meal plans for, myself, along with prepping the kids' lunch. Let me make sure I'm actually putting real thought into my food. Letting go of the barbecue, and letting go of all right, I'm gonna sit in the pool on my floaty and eat me some pizza and drink me a beer. Okay, honey, those times have come and gone. It's time for us to get back to the gym and get back to our meal planning. So yeah, just releasing negative energies. It could even be, you've been kind of in a friendship where you're kind of becoming more spiritual, you're becoming more awakened, you're becoming more prone to wanting to be in your garden, kind of enjoying some time off, and you've got somebody who's like, oh, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing, they're always finding a reason to complain, right? And you're like, you're really bringing down my vibe, bro. Maybe it's time to let go of those friendships right now. Be like, I really care about you. I care about where you're going in life. I wish you nothing but the best. But for myself, we're just not vibing on the same. So I think for right now, I'm just gonna remove myself for a little bit until, our vibes meet back up. So it could be something like that. And then we have Destroying Angel, but we have Destroying Angel in reverse. So the Destroying Angel is somebody who is really vengeful, somebody who held on to a lot of the toxicity of the past, a lot of the traumas, a lot of the hurts, and instead of working on her shadow work and making peace with her, she decided to keep that anger and become vengeful. Although it does depict the other side starting to come out. But we have this in reverse. So this is saying right now we're really coming to terms with the darker side of ourselves. I'll actually be hosting another shadow journaling workshop coming up very soon, to be working with some of that work. So this is saying we're kind of doing that great work for ourselves. We're diving deep. We're getting into okay, this thing really sucked when it happened, but I need to make peace with the fact that it's part of who I am, and it's part of what made me so resilient and made me the person I am today. So instead of like keeping it in the skeleton closet for it to constantly trigger me, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to offer it some tea and bury it instead of putting it back into the closet, if that makes sense. So we have give and take. Okay, knowing if you have a little bit of extra, maybe you grew a little bit of extra cucumbers, or maybe you had some extra berries. Maybe make something for your neighbor. Be like, hey, I had a bunch of raspberries on my bush, so I went ahead and I made a raspberry crisp, and I wanted to give some to you because that's a neighborly thing to do, right? Or maybe bringing the extra vegetables and fruits that you have to a food kitchen to help feed the homeless. Things like that, you know? Releasing, letting go of what isn't serving you, and releasing all the spirits we have a tendency to hold on to. It's great to cherish those moments. It's great to cherish that love, but they also deserve to be let go. So we need to do that. Okay, and then we have destroying angel in reverse, saying that we're really kind of working within our shadow work. We're really starting to make peace with who we are, making peace with those traumas, the things that upset us, the things that like brought us to where we are. I hope that that message serves you well. And as always, I have openings next week available for Reiki and or card readings. I am unfortunately booked out through today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So like my books are closed for this week, but you're welcome to reach out to me for healing for next week if you are interested in doing so. So much love. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay positive. Until next time.